Welcome, my friends. Hello to all the fans of Muammar Gaddafi. Before we start, very important, I say some of these messages. Firstly, death to the imperialist warmongers. You know who you are, people. Death to the globalist banks. Death to the petrodollar. Death to the petrodollar. Death to all haters of the Triple B. Death, death, death. Glory to Libya. And lastly, I say to this, everybody, the fans, I was the good guy. I was the good guy. Let's have some messages, sir. Remember, it is always possible to leave some shekel, some dinar to Triple B. Okay, let's do this. What do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? Corey inspection time. Yes, yes, very good. Corey time. Let me tell you this. You see, usually I have much medal. Today I only wear one medal. Okay. When I, for respect for Triple B show, when I was 15 in Tripoli, I won Tripoli best Corey competition at 15. Yes, 15. Best Corey in Tripoli competition, 15 out of 10, 15 from 10. Number one Corey in Tripoli throughout until they kill my my double. You understand? I'm still alive, but I do not go to Epstein Island. Never go to Epstein Island. Okay. Oh, my boy Jack Hoffman says, I have to get these. Hello, yes, attending for Corey updates. They are coming. I have some very important Corey updates. Oh. Yes, blood, it's time for the Triple V to take over because it hurts my throat, and I'm not that good of an impressionist when it comes to Muammar Gaddafi. He was the good guy. Check it out. Demon Hornets is there. Corey sent me for this one. Corey status, though. Remember that. Builder Kill says, Wang Chai. Where is Wang Chai? A.K.A. Alex James, A.K.A. Spencer, the peanut head with the underdeveloped prefrontal lobe, low IQ, failed at everything, peanut head. You know, I think he's obsessed with the Triple B. Every single video, he puts a comment, and even though he gets rinsed by the Triple B fans, yeah, but more than that, you understand? He watches the videos because when he comments on stuff that he wouldn't know unless he watched the video. Like, you got no fans. Bill the Kill says, Big Corey, do you copy? Welcome. That is a great status. Welcome to the Triple B Corey show. That's what I'm talking about. My boy, just the Triple B in the house with the hero, Muammar Gaddafi. A true hero. There are many people in history they tell you are evil and bad because who writes history? The victors. Yeah. And, you know, but those people actually could have been the good guys. And Gaddafi was one of them. Jack Hoffman's solid intro. Thank you, bro. It's always difficult, man, especially in the live. This is the first live I have not got my drink on for. I've been nervous about it, but I always quite like the buzz of getting a drink on. My boy says, Death Row, what you up to, Triple B? Well, I'm doing a live show, blood. You know, I'm doing some Corey inspecting. Jack Hoppin in the house. What up, my man? Ricky Hatton was lying all along. Incredible. What was he lying about, man? Apart from, you know, I don't know. What was he lying about, Ricky Hatton? Apart from saying he had a good chin. I mean, that was a different lie. Adadi Pennant in the house. What up, bro? I'd like to see Joel Joyce. He's cross-arm guard to protect himself. It's a weird. The cross-arm is a weird one because it's hard to throw shots. You have to go out before you can throw shots. You can't I don't agree. He doesn't get hit as often as they say. And if you watch, he rides the shots quite a lot. If the opponent's whack who's that guy, Hammer or Takam. Well, Takam's still dangerous, but he will tend to take a few shots. But he's a lot more clever with the good fighters. Are you Gaddafi? One of the lookalikes, blood. Oh, sorry, Jack. Ricky Hassan was Libyan all along. I think that's what he means. I don't know what that freak's doing, man. Okay, TZT. Fury came to the door today and forcefully inspected me. I bet he's in a bad mood after his beard coming up from all the Yale he's been sniffing up. Was Shane Fury there? I'd like to know. I would like the messages. Lol. I'd like to make people laugh, man. My boy Mel Dixon, many comments and love. What up, Chubby? It's now time to DOS in peace. That's what I'm talking about. Steve, didn't the Yanks blow you up for not wanting some oil in their gold dinar? It is said that Qaddafi, well, you know that whole thing, it was instigated allegedly by the Yanks, and it was, but and they didn't respond to any. I think there was an ambassador who got whacked there who was trying to get things sorted. It's just very dark. Go and have a look into it. I can't. This is a boxing channel and a Corey channel. You know, it's not a politics channel. Boxing and Corey's. That's it. All right. So, yeah, he wanted. Also, he wanted to start up an African currency based on the gold, backed by gold, and you know, if you're in charge of the dollars, the dollar banks, you don't want it to. And if the so-called Federal Reserve, which isn't federal at all, it's a private bank. All right, my boy, Demon Hornets is Tyan Booth for time. No, so I haven't done a video on it yet. So Tyan Booth, someone showed me it. He actually said, someone asked him, "Do you want to go? Would you do a live with a Triple B?" And he go, "Yeah, I would, but we'd have to find out how to sort things out." He's got StreamYard too. The only reason I get this so I can like put all these comments up, but I don't. I haven't looked into it. I can't be, but you could definitely link up. I don't know whether you can both simultaneously. Have two lives going on each other's channels. So I don't know. I don't know how it works or whether it has to be on just his channel. Obviously, Tyan's a senior dog. You know, he got that, 26K views. He's a senior dog. So, I had to go on his channel. No problem, man. Here's a man, Wang Chai. He's sick of this bellend. Which bellend? What? Spencer Fearon. We're all sick of Spencer Fearon. He managed to weasel his way up onto everything despite being a grass. He's failed at everything. Professional boxer, comedian, commentator, trader, manager. He goes on and on and on. Oh, yeah. And but what's it called? He failed when he had that fake charity with Key in a hand. Yeah. And they were laundering money and funneling money into that. Yeah, he's probably going to get nicked for that, once they've got it all together. I mean, imagine if maybe they don't even know the American FBI, whoever's. Imagine if someone told them you should investigate Spencer Fearon. Here are his details. He was funneling and laundering money for a drug dealer through a charity that wasn't a charity; it was a limited company. Imagine if someone said that. I wouldn't, because I ain't no grass, but people might. Yes, Steve, he was caught in a car with 3 other people. Loads and loads of yayo in it. I think there were rumors of weapons. Yeah. Now it was Colombian guys. Them 3 got long sentences. Spencer came off remand after a week. So what does that tell you? They're all in the car. He grasped. He sung. Apparently cried in his cell and spent the whole time in his cell. Porky says this as well. And Porky done 10 years behind door. He knows already. He can smell a grass out, that Porky. He done 10 years behind door, blood. Richard James, know what Maram is. Who's Maram? I don't know. Maybe I misunderstanding. Oh, no. No, I'm not putting that. Wang Chai goes tiny miney. I don't know what he's saying there. He can't even write. He's a moron, man. Spencer. Spencer, the peanut head figure. I guess you couldn't fit in the long one, which is a low IQ peanut head with a poorly developed prefrontal lobe failure. Yeah. Wang Chai, Spencer. I want my Chinese fan Wang Chai goes, "Come blood." I know what he's talking about, man. Well, come and fight you. You're a bomber club coward, man. You're a pathetic human being. No one likes you in boxing. I don't know how you keep on greasing your way up the pole, but you always fall down because you're wronging. Oh, come pussy, you're a blood clot. Well, I thought you were Chinese. I didn't know Chinese people knew these words. You know it's you, Spencer. Everyone laughs at you. You're a mug. You've got a peanut-shaped head and you're a failure. You got no chin. Cal L. Big juggernaut. They don't want to roll with a big juggernaut. is a people's champ. Yes, I've liked him and I followed him from the beginning. I've won money on him. I've always backed him. I've told him. I've even said he would beat Usyk. Usyk, as Ricky Hatton says, Usyk. Who says Usyk? You know. But I've unearthed some disturbing news about Juggernaut, which really set me back, man, because I was a big fan. I thought maybe he'd, managed to escape all the nonsense, man. I don't know. Mel Dixon. AG was a model. It was hilarious. She's pathetic. Why is he carrying that crash helmet? Like I said, I reckon it was a symbol of something, right? It meant something. If you're on a catwalk, why are you carrying a helmet? I think it says something like, I'm a bottom, but I'm a size queen. Yeah, just to let people know, if they want to smash my batty hole, they need to have a big Corey, basically. A big Corey. My boy, I would like to see my boy Shane Bongos in the house. Did you see the IFL video with Joe Joyce's mugshot? I don't approve of this, but kind of business. But I will allow the white girl for Joe Joyce, because he's, he's a bit tan, but I'll allow it for the moment, But she seems quite posh. She seems quite nice, but I'll allow that one. My boy TS Boxing. One love, Kang. Yes, we were Kangs. Like Spencer Fearon's peeps, they were the Kangs of Egypt. Yeah? And they built these pyramids that flew around, flying pyramids, yeah? Because they weren't, the original pyramids, according to the Kangs, would just sit there. You get me? I mean, sorry, we're not sit there like today. They would fly away. But they lost technology. A bit like the moon. They lost technology. Because there's a guy called Yaqub who... was a black guy with a huge head, an IQ of about 1,000, and he was so bitter because he didn't like the way he'd been treated that he invented the evil white man's and white women's, and they took away the power to fly the pyramids. Check it out, man. This is someone actually says this nonsense. Yeah, okay. Richard James Clemo, who would win in the ring between Qaddafi and Saddam Hussein in an event called After Dollar? Oof, good question. I mean, that would be an awesome show. Qaddafi was always an enemy of the imperialist scumbags for years. Saddam was actually a friend of the USA for many years until he decided to, he wanted to sell the oil in the euro, I believe. And so he got whacked, He got whacked. Wang Chai, yeah, you love Porky, you funny. I mean, Spencer... you're a sucker for punishment. All you do is post on all my videos and that. You get rinsed by all my fans and by me. And all you can say is, you are funny, you blood. You ain't got no fans, blood. How many tickets did you sell every fight? Sorry, that looked like the evil 66 symbol. 0. You're a mug. No one likes you, man. You're a bumperclot. You got a peanut-shaped head. Look, man. Look, we got Spencer Wang Chai. Have we even got a guy, right, mugging you off with his username, Spencer the Peanut Head Forum. Fear on the failure. Yeah. Salute to the LDBC. I think that's the Lions Den Boxing Club. They're like the Wakanda, yeah, the Nation of Islam, the Black Panthers of the boxing fans, as I understand. I'm paying no attention because their IQ, combined IQ is probably about 56. Tazarip says, Big Slow Joe was great at the weekend. Would hate to find monster around. It bugs me so much, and you can tell I've spent years telling people, this guy's good. Oh, he's so slow. He looks like a novice in it. Sometimes he does, sure. I said no. He's relentless. He hits very hard, and he keeps on winning. He won the ABAs. He only started boxing at 21 for fitness reasons. He won the ABAs. He won the gold medal. He was robbed when Tony Egg Yolk was given it, and they even retracted that. The Olympics said, yeah, he was robbed. So, and early on, he took on, who's a guy in his debut, he took on a solid fighter. Ian Lewinson stopped him. He's battered everyone. The only one he didn't stop was, who didn't he stop? Was it Jennings? I can't remember. But, everyone has enough. And I said, yeah, I wasn't sure actually. After Usyk beat Gage, the first time I was like, I don't know, maybe he could deal with big men, right? Usyk. But before then, I thought Jojo should win. Now, after this win, I think Joe Joyce wins because they fought in the USB. Yeah, okay, Usyk won clearly, but he was struggling with the size, and Joyce landed some shots. But Joyce is now, he was inexperienced then. He's now 40 pounds heavier, yeah, than he was then, or sorry, 30 pounds heavier. But if he fought Usyk, he'd be 270 pounds. Usyk should be 220 pounds. He had an advantage of 50 pounds. That's just insane. And he keeps on going. I honestly, if the fight comes off, I would put my money. I'd like to see the odds, and the odds will be in Usic's favor. I will put the money, because you always got to bet. If you want to bet properly, bet on good value odds. You don't bet on what you think is going to happen. That always loses you money, because there's always a little bit of a margin for the bookies, right? It's 15 to 20%. So yeah, I think he would beat Usyk. It's just too big, too strong, And it's not like what Carl Froch is saying about Triple G, because Triple G moved up to super middleweight. They're roughly the same weight. Big Joe Joyce, the juggernaut, is 50 pounds heavier. What's that in stone? 4 stone or something? It's nuts, man, almost. We were getting worried, Lee Talks Boxing. What's up, blood? Just trying to save the world from the petrodollar, blood. What's up? Can you please state your Corey status? Thank you. If you're going to carry on commentating. My boy Dari Pennant said before, David Allenby's Thomas Carty's the next. Would be great. Who's Thomas Carty? I don't mean to be ignorant. It's Dave Allen. Cool. Dave Allen, GBV's Thomas Carty. I can't read that. What does that say, man? D-E-I-E. Oh, Ireland. He's from Ireland. Thomas Carty. I have to look into him. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know much about him. I don't know how serious he'll be. My boy Cartel. Yes, he's agreeing with the Joe Joyce thing. 100% triple to. Look, I can't do that. I still can't do triple B. I'm trying to get. That's not an Illuminati thing. I'm trying to get, my own triple B symbol, independent from the evil ones. Desire, what's the new on Slow Joe Blood? Well, he's taking a rest. He's gone with his coal burner on holiday. Spencer the Peanut Head. He said, this is all he can do, Wang Chai, Peanut. You're funny, you're Ross funny. My boy Jack. Who wins? Peanut, Grass, Nonce, Spencer, or Adam Smith? Prison rules. In a fight, the peanut-headed Grass, he was whack, really, but he was still a pro fighter. Adam Smith's not really a fighter. We've seen him on the pads. He's like this. Like I said, I don't know how somebody be so long boxing and nothing, but see, Adam Smith has got good links with people with money from communities that are potentially dangerous. So he would get someone else in prison. He'd get someone paid with some shekels to whack Spencer. So Adam Smith would win. My boy Fickle. First rule of triple B boxing is you must submit your Corey status. The second rule of triple B boxing is you must submit your Corey status. Right. I'm going to try and get through the comments because I've got something I want to. The original Egyptian were white. Well, apparently a lot of North Africa was, and they tested the DNA on the mummies and things. But apparently, according to the Kangs, there was Nubians flying pyramids up and down. Oi, Wang Chai, unblock me, you posse. Oh yeah, Wang Chai, the tough guy, Spencer Fearon, blocked my boy Lee Talks Boxing because Lee was rinsing him so successfully. Oh, I don't block nobody. I haven't blocked Wang Chai, even though he's a pest. Okay. My boy Gary Bollard, I love some love. Best channel on YouTube. Rumor is the owner got a Corey like an elephant. I can't comment on this. I've got some Corey stuff coming up though, which you'll enjoy. What's the Corey status on Eubank Jr. and Ben Jr., I guess you're saying? I don't know. To be honest. I will tell you this though, yeah. I'm doing a video on this, but I've done some research on the Eubanks family and the Benz family. Yeah, they're all snowplows, whatever. They're all drillers. What's her name? Emily Eubanks Jr. No, she's not Jr. She's Emily Eubanks. That family are a bit weird, but she seems really sweet, actually. I stalked her in Twitter or something, and she came across really sweet. Loves the dog. Anyone who loves animals, they got a good heart. You get me? That's like Triple B loves his boy Tyson. She came across really nice. She's going with Frank Smith, who's a bit cocky and arrogant. You know, he's an oil driller. And then there's Eubanks. Sorry, Ben's daughter is called. I can't remember. Alicia or something. I'll find it anyway. And she's Australia. She's got this like big Chad of an Australian oil driller. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, she's quite pretty. You know, it's not for the Triple B, but you know, David Greenblatt tongue would hang out if you saw Ben's daughter. So Triple B, what are you pro now? That is the wackest thing. This is Miles. So I can't read that. Curriculus. So yeah, I haven't seen it before. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, this is another way to try and force the gender. It's such a ridiculous thing. There's only, you know, I can't even respond. I'm so vexed that people can fall for this nonsense. Yeah, some guy in Ireland lost his job because he refused to call a 13-year-old girl or boy or who want to be with the other way around they. I mean, it's just a joke. This is what this is where it all starts making sense when you take the red pill. You realize this is part of the agenda to force people to think a different way, what the way they want you to, and to mess you up psychologically. My boy Bang Daddy Paddy S. Remember Wayne Alexander made Peanut Head his girlfriend? Yeah, man. From what I understand, Wayne Alexander's a great guy, well liked. You never hear anyone in the boxing community say a bad word about him, and he's a great fighter. Yeah? And Peanut Head. Try to disrespect him on social media, you know. Oh, here's Peanut Head. Your fan's worth nothing, innit? You can't even spell your. That's your as in you are, as in a verb. Idiot. It's not a possessive. What a moron. Cheers, boxing. Bright Jenny's there. That's right. He just had a bad night. The big juggernaut. Oh god, a lot to catch up on, man. What about Joe Joyce and Deontay Wilder? That would be good. I mean, I'll go for Joyce, but like Wilder's dangerous against anyone, bro. Wayne Shaw, you're taking up too much of this stuff, man. Go away. I refuse to answer any more Wayne Shaw. Well, I've just been Borscht drilling, so Corey stays optimal. Ooh, German got nice. We have the first guy. It took 22 minutes, 70 seconds. My boy Shane Bogus on the house gave me the slightly Freemason number, but I know he's joking. I can just see the red pill. You get me £3.33. My core is quite small, but circumcised. Is that made for medical reasons, or is it a tribal type thing? Triple B out there looking like the world's hairiest tool. It's meant to look like Qaddafi. Okay, here we go. Always the same. Build a kill. Build a kill, always generous, £5. He's here every time. I mean, if you racked up the money, give me he'd be so generous. Also, this week I had R, yeah, he's just called R, the R man, I call him. He gave me £30 in bitcoins, yeah, which is really kind. And a lot of people are giving me money. I mean, it's great. I'm almost getting to £300 because not the other revenue, because they keep on zapping, because of you. The funds. Come on, Wayne. I'm not answering any more of your nonsense. You're a plum. But please look at the comments. You're getting you'll get rinsed, Peanut Head. He's coming. Spencer Fearing coming for me. Oh, the horror. Oh, you're such a bellend. You're pathetic. You're like a child, man. But it's not surprising you got an IQ of like. I used to kindly think it was about 80, but it's probably 70, I'd say. Which in Victorian, by the way, the Victorians looked at it, was actually an imbecile. They consider it an imbecile. My boy Gary. Thomas Carter is top class amateur here in Ireland. Nobody gets active. I need to look. Is he gone pro or is he still amateur? Okay, we need. Okay. This is a good question. Just probably Triple B merch to increase your shekel balance, so that even the doctors will say. I've been building the stores. Now there are problems like I told you, like Teespring. The reason that's quite good is because you can run ads on the bottom of your channel, but they've suddenly bumped up the prices by 56% out of the blue. So to make even a bit of profit on a t-shirt, they recommend you sell it at $27.99. I can sell a t-shirt at $27.99. I'm not doing that. I had a big argument online, and then all the old prices. I said, what? He says, those prices are not relevant anymore. I said, well, why are they on your website? It's actually illegal, frankly, but what am I going to do? Launch a legal case? Not me, but surely if all the prices are raised for all the old merchants, they're going to go nuts, right? So I've taken screenshots of this just in case. And it, like they had a profit calculator. They had, these are our base price costs. And I said, what about this? He goes, they don't apply anymore. I said, why are they still alive online? I go, and if they don't apply, can you show me the page where the real price is? Oh, sorry, there's no such page. you can only find out when you click on the product and start adding it. Blood clot. But yeah, the Triple match is coming up. I might even be able to launch one of the sites this weekend. I've been okayed for one of them. Not the bet. I'll update you, believe that. But I don't want to launch until there's at least 10 products up there. I've got a few just to test. I want to get things right. I don't want to get things whacked. Get me? And I want to. If people are going to spend a bit of money on the merch, and half it's going to go to them, or more than half, and Triple gets his thing, and they get a nice bit of merch, but it has to be good. I don't want any of this rubbish, wingy boxing wingy t-shirts. I mean, like Tyre Fails t-shirts are super whack, but at least they're funny, and because they're him. He got lower. Okay, my boy, Christian Irish Boxing. What up, my brother? I love Christians. I love the Irish. So we'll get on, blood. Big up, yes. Mel Dixon. Snowblowers and oil drill. There's all kinds of words, man. Triple B. Why just was a bucket? Actually, it doesn't look like bucket. I was meant to be Gaddafi, but whatever, man. Fam, it's us. Yes, my fam. What you got to say? Many North Africans are still white, the minority now, but native Berbers. That's true, Berbers. And when I were behind the door, I made friends with a Berber. Well, I'm definitely white in origin, and they were very pale. A lot of oil drilling happens in North Africa due to the Islamic Empire. That's right. When Islam expanded, they're originally Arabs, and they obviously they mixed with the local people, so it changed the bloodline forever. Like Sicily, Have you seen that film True Romance? When what's that actor called? Christopher Walken. He's Sicilian. And Dennis Hopper tells him the history of Sicily, and it's quite good. I can't talk about it because I'm probably already demonetized anyway. I'm sorry I can't answer all these. There's just so much love. Then I think it's good you're participating in community expense. He watches all the videos because he always knows what's in them. That's why he commentates, man. Okay. It's to pretend to be Chinese, mate. Just use your real account. Who was it earlier said he had a circumcised Corey? Sam Stroll is very happy. He agrees with that. All right, just before Tyan Booth link up, says Kieran. Yeah, we may arrange it. He's already said yes. I mean, it's like the Tyson Fury gay. I've said yes. He said yes, but we've got to iron out the details. And if I don't hear by Tyan Booth by Monday, it's off. It's all off. I'm going to do some yayo. My boy Nadav. He's been in the old channel days. Do you remember when those footballers missed penalties at the Euros? Spencer and you started crying about waiters saying that you're bought to tear. What a pathetic. Imagine that. That's imagine. It's like, of course they were booed because these are meant to be the top strikers and they can't even put the ball in the back of the net. But no, it's waiters, and it's not the fact they're a bunch of complete bellends and. I was ashamed talking about the Corey. I tapped foreskin, and I was like, I understand that, I've heard about this situation. Okay, I just want to tell you one thing, right? So, firstly, where your cash apps at? Where your cash apps at? I've even got my phone, so I get a ding when I get a cash app, blood. I ain't got no cash apps, man. Well, go on. Like I said, this month will be my best month. If I'm lucky, I'll make £300. I'm at about 255 today, which is, yet my ad revenue is down because of all the generosity of the funds. I had £20 on the cash app. My boy Nadav gave me some. My boy my Ember Kerr gave me some. Someone else, who was it? I don't mean to disrespect, but someone else gave me some. I can't remember all the transactions because there's so many fans transacting. Yeah, but thanks, guys. And then, like I said, the Bitcoin from the R-Man, okay, right. So we said this was going to be a Corey type, live. So now I'm good friends with someone. There's an official recognizes. They got a royal seal as well. Corey inspector. The Royal Corey Inspection Organization, right? And so I've got a friend. I haven't met Mike Tyson yet. Not Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury. He has. He said he said Tyson's great. He's very passionate about his core inspection, about core statuses. But so my mate sent me some products because they open an online shop as well to make some money, you know, and they're going to sell models of Corys of, you know, famous people that make Corys. So he sent me some samples. So look, let's have a look, right? So these are real live. These are live, taking the measurements and in some cases the molds of these Corys. Right. So number one, this is the first Cory that I was sent. This is Kugan Cassis's Cory. It's Kugan Cassis's Cory. It's bent. Can you see that? It's bent. I don't know. I think this is the hard Cory, so it's not very impressive. I don't know how he deals with that bent. I mean, maybe he gives the woman a bit of pleasure because it is bent like his legs. I don't know, man. But yeah, so this is the genuine actual. He's a big guy. You know, Kugan. He's 6'5", and then he takes this little Cory out, and this is when it's hard. Maybe it goes up that way. I don't know. Maybe his Cory goes that way. I don't know, man. I'm going to ask my friend. So that's Cory number one. I'll answer a few questions, and we'll get to Cory number two. Oops, come on, blood clot. Yeah, if I miss something, I'm sorry. This is like one of the things that's too much. But remember, if you super chat or cash up the Triple B, you definitely get spoken about, blood. And I'm not trying to get money me funds, but I want to make that £300. True Romance is one, yeah. But it's quite funny. It's at least back in the days when things weren't that, you know, agenda based. Tarantino's been on the Epstein plane. There's pictures of him kissing a girl's tiny feet. Apparently, they measured it. It apparently belongs to an 8-year-old girl. She's absolutely sold out. You know, see things like Django make it obvious. Pulp Fiction were medium. Reservoir Dogs is a very good film. Very good film. It was quite based if you listen to it. True Romance, I think Tarantino wrote that. Anyway, it's pretty good. But you know, I don't really watch films, but you don't get films like that anymore. That film. Family Sons. Talk about True Romance. Oh yeah, that film's definitely. Movie tried to say that Moors was Kangs, and Moors were mostly Arabs and Berbers. Yeah, the Moors were Kangs, blood. So, oh, sorry, Spencer Peanut Head Fearon. You're talking a lot. Oh, he's gone. Wang Chai seems to have left. I think I have a Wang Chai alert when he leaves, if that's possible. The Black Footballers got cocky, got humbled. Yeah, they probably did get humbled. They probably blamed the evil white man's. You get me? Little Musgrave, yes, my boy. What's up? It's definitely a man of his words. If he says he's going to do something, then he definitely will. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll link up. It would be fun. We just got to do the logistics of how it runs, and I've got to, you know, contact him. I guess the ball's in my court, right? I mean, he talks about the channel a lot, and people talk about it, which I really appreciate because he's done stuff on Instagram. So, you know, it would be great. Yeah, we're gonna have fun, man. I'd like to meet him first, man. I'll go over there. I'd have to wear my suit, the green black maybe, and yeah, it could be good, man. It could be good. Right. The answer is almost nothing. 10 to 15% of ad revenue, and also they demonetize you all the time. And they'll probably still show you ads. They just won't pay you for it. Coogan's. What's this? Triple B's and that sounds a bit free. What are you talking about, blood? You said it again. What do you mean? Triple B and buyers. I hope you're not making any insinuations that there's some batty business, because B buyers is the same as being batty. I sent you cash up, bro. It's ugly, but you got to keep pushing it in the live channel. You don't ask what you get. What are you saying? Another one, blood. Oh, no. If you wait a minute, because man gets very excited when he gets the cash app. I think I've got it on what's it called? Airplane mode, so it might not come through yet. Wait, I'm going to take it off airplane. The reason I put it on airplane mode is because, you know, like sometimes it interferes with the broadcast when my phone's on. But I'm too excited, so I'm going to have to check it out. Cash out. What we got? Oh, my mans. Blood clot. Thank you, bro. That's the second one you give me. Yeah. And the message is, forget yourself a few dog biscuits on me, mate. Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate that, blood. That is really super. That is really super. Now let's see Guido Villanello's Cory. But yeah, thank you, man. Putting food in Tyson's bowl. Come on, blood. Thank you, brother. That gives me a buzz. Believe that. Laminate resin. He was going to put loads of letters in. My brother. Yes, my brother. Much love. Dust of Dawn was good. It was okay. It's a bit creepy by then. He'd sold up by then. Oh, this is a good question. I know that a lot of people interested in Bigfoot. Do you believe in Bigfoot's existence? See, it's possible, right? Because I tell you what, the real shy animals, they probably got abused by humans over the years, and so they stay away from them. And they always live in, places in Siberia where there's just no one lives there, and in top of Canada where no one lives there, it's freezing. Yeah, so it's very possible. They were just very shy. Nikolai Valuev, the beast from the East, who's now a children TV presenter. So he claims he's seen one. I said it's possible. It's not too far. Oh, here we go. Yes. Bengo G14 in the house. Show your hands, blood. Show your hands from Bengo G14. And must love Bengo G14 unit. It's like good evening, you fine people. It's Corey time. This is a Corey special. It's true. Come on, Wang Chai. We're missing you. Come back, blood. We want to rinse you. John Williams says, Cougar being on the Yale, that's why it's pathetic. Apparently, Sri Lankans, no joke, are known to have some of the smallest Corys in the world. So, I mean, really. That might be normal. I don't know. Oh, my boy, I haven't seen my boy Nav Deep. He's spending costume as part of the humiliation ritual. Believe me, man. If you follow the channel, you know, blood clot. I'm not asking that. Of course, it's not. The first is meant to look like Muammar Gaddafi, a hero, and only base people know that. Secondly, this is about anonymity. I preach anonymity as much as it's possible. No, claim I'm some humiliation. What you blood clot? You need to watch some more of my videos, and then you'll know. Yes. Without further ado, Reg. Yo, Triple B, yo, Bengo G14. Where you at? Where's Bengo? Yeah, Bengo. I'll tell you what Bengo's done. He's put his Instagram on private after getting a rinse. Okay, it's Corey time, by the way. Okay, so I've already shown you Coogan's Corey. Okay, so I've got 4 Corys here. I've shown you Coogan's. This is the next Corey I've got. These are live size. They're actually taken from molds. Whose Corey do you think this is? This is hard, by the way. Huh? I want to go to the live and see if anyone can guess whose Corey it is. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Wow. I don't know what happened there, mate. Did you see anything or did it? Come on. Cool. Anyone want to tell me who? Fickle Legend has it. Bigfoot has 27.5-inch core. I imagine Tyson, he wouldn't be able to handle it. Come on, not Isaac Lowe. Whose Corey is this a mold of? Fury, says Jack Hoffman. Nah, even Fury, he's obsessed, but he's 6'7". He can't have a Corey like this, and he's had kids. Yes, we have a winner. Senses working overtime. Sonny Edwards' Corey. This is an actual life-size representation of Sonny Edwards' Corey. Now. I don't know how them, he's an oil driller. I mean, what do you do when, this is Iraq, by the way. So them girls with oil drills, takes down his pants. And yeah, he's little, so I don't expect much. And then they see that. I mean, how can they, even Tyson would laugh. And Shade of Fury would just have a field day. But yeah, this is Sonny Evans' Corey size. So I wish, if you had a cash app, I'd send you a cash app. That would be your prize. I'm going to start doing prizes, I think. Maybe with merch. I don't know. I've got to think about it. There's so much to do, man. But merch is the number one thing I have to do. That's one of the reasons I've done less videos. John Wilson. Ricky. No, that's not Ricky Hatton's Corey. If it was Ricky's, it would be even paler. Where's Wang Chai? He knows he's going to get rinsed about his Corey. Okay. I'll just see if I've missed anything. Firstly, if I missed, was that small? Zhang's Corey. I think it's similar in Corey length, but I think Zhang has got slightly more girth. I'm sorry. By the way, can someone give me some? I got my boy Shen Bongo as my boy Nadav Drew. Give me some love, right? 40 minutes in, or build a kill as well. I'm always build a kill, my man. Someone needs to get on the super shekels because I want to make that 300 shekels in a month. Smile back if you're ugly. Value is probably relative a bit. I mean, he's hairy enough, isn't he? Fam, it's us. strange. I don't know why someone would make up that. Definitely some based on something real. And there used to be giants, you know, and the skeletons to prove it, and they get covered up. The Nephilim. He talks boxing. Rumor have it Bigfoot hides when Tyson tried to measure his core. All right, okay. Let's go back down. Builder Kills says Wan. He misses Wan. Huh? Oh, talking about yes, my boy, Bang Daddy Paddy. Where will there be any Corey wear in your autumn collection? But yes, I've done some. I mean, I was laughing. I just want to get them up to real top quality, but they'll be much better quality than the other boxing channels. That's for sure. I've spent time on it. Hopefully, I got some design skills. I've chosen a great collection. There will definitely be some Corey business, some Corey inspection T-shirts. Yeah. I've actually launched one of the shots. I'm not just to have a look at how it works and everything, but I haven't put all the products up. Come on, Wang Chai, where are you, blood? Wang Chai, can you give me a cash app or a super Corey? I want Wang to give me a super Corey, man. Buy the Triple B Corey merchandise. It's coming, blood, and I can't wait. Man, because I'm buzzing. I mean, it's like when I did the video, you know, the American Psycho business card scene, you know, the Mickey take, and I kept on rewatching it, and I'm annoyed because there's a couple of things I should have got a bit better, but this is so stupid. I love that scene. I was just laughing, man. It's a bit tragic to laugh for your own. Hey, Tyson, oi! I know I can hear him about to make some noise, blood. Usually he doesn't hang out when I'm doing a live. He knows. He just we've been tucked in by Ricky Hatton. His birds don't really impress me, so I got, you know, you got that Jennifer bird, right? You remember that? Pretending, oh, we were friends at school, and you know, Ricky was about this much smaller, and you know, okay, he's a good boxer and rich, but he would have been ugly as sin. That bird was all right, but she was obviously, and you know, she was crying, melodramatic after Ricky got knocked out yet again. I think it was the Pacquiao fight. You know, there's girls. There's people, they just want attention and people to look at them and cameras to be on them. And then a friend's trying to cover it all. It's pathetic, man. You know, of course you can be concerned. You know, what do you expect, man? You go out with a guy who's chinny, he's fighting one of the biggest punches and gets knocked flat and you're surprised. Come on, bloke. Ricky, where was I at? Tyson knocked on Sam Stroller's door asking to measure scoring. Bang Daddy Paddy. Oops, sorry, I didn't put these up. Bang Daddy Paddy, Triple B and his SAS, size and shekel. Yeah, okay. It's time for another Corey revelation, I think. No, you know what? Oh, no, I don't want to sound like I'm really out of order. Someone give me some super shekel love, even if it's a couple of quid, and the next Corey comes out. You know, this is like insider stuff. A guy who actually works, the Royal Organization of Corey Inspections, has given me these you know, samples, and I'm showing them to you. You know, so far we've had Sonny Edwards. Oh, I gotta bust a nut. We've had Coogan. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's usually bigger than that. I know, I've been ill. I've been on the that's not even how it talks, but you know, whatever. Come on, man. I want a super chat before I get the next Corey out. Build a kill laughing. That's right, man. I like to amuse my peeps, man. He told us imagine being tucked in by somebody else with his gorgeous misses, the stuff of dreams. Imagine that, man. The horror. Spencer the Peter had fear. What do you say? Why does Coogan's gone? But I mean, you know, a small one. I mean, small and brown, I guess. Come on, get them super shekels out, somebody. Even this is pathetic, begging for super shekels. But you know, I want to make that magic 200 number. And once the merch comes out, people are going to get more value, obviously, because these will be unique, and there's going to be some limited edition merch. Yeah, so when there's a big fight, there'll be some limited edition special merch. It's only available for a short time. Should be sort of this, man. Come on. Trippy, did you know that Alcaraz a 17-inch core? Surely not. I mean, what's 17 inches again? That's 6. Right? 6, 12. An extra 5. No, you can supposed to have a Corey like that big. Hang on. That big is Corey. Come on, man. Come on. What woman? You know, if you put that in a woman, you know, it'd be touching her lungs, blood, her heart. How big his skins is Corey? Not sure, but you know, obviously, JJ can answer that. He's had it in his mouth enough. Who would win a fight? Sonny Ed was Jimmy Cranky. Sonny loses on the streets to everyone because he can't punch. Huh? He's pathetic. He's been beaten up by a 30-year-old Bengali boy. Come on, blood. It's true. Google it. I'm going to Google it, man. You know, if I'm going to Google it now, I'm on my phone. Sure, it's not possible to have a 17-inch Corey. And what can you do with that thing anyway, man? You just hurt people with it, you know? You go, look, you know, if you don't behave, Al Capone's coming around with this huge Corey. You know that Bernard Hopkins, yeah? He was called Soapy Bernard or something. He was 10 years in prison, right? And he used to go around and, you know, he learned to box in prison, slap up other men and get his Corey out, which apparently was, his Corey state was apparently quite good, and, you know, raped them. Basically, it's out there. You can see he's a wrong one, but you know, do you get 10 years from him? Goes, oh, everyone's allowed a mistake. Sorry. Like that was his first offense. 10 years, man. You know, they cover these things up. So, Al Capone Corey. We've got to check this out. Al Capone Corey size. See what we get here. Come on, man. He can't be. Sorry, I can't see very well. Okay, penis size I put, I suppose. I don't know if Google recognizes the word Corey yet. Oh, there's all kind of stuff like pus being on his Corey. Is Al Capone's Corey kept at the Smithsonian Institute? Okay, I'll look later. I can't spend all the time on the phone. It's antisocial, but apparently the Smithsonian Institute is one that they hide things like the giants. You know, they got. If you look at early, if you look at like late 19th century papers and early 20th century papers, there's loads of giants being found and they just disappeared. Okay, some people's been giving me some love. So firstly, much love to Yapila 3D, £1.79. Thank you, my fun. Big up to Corey coordinator. Much love to you as well, man. Much love to you. Thank you so much for giving the Corey sets. So the next Corey is about to come out. The status of your plums. Slighty, thanks for the super chat. You've been taking lessons from my boy Shane Burgos. £2.22. Okay. This is the next Corey. This thing starts to get a bit more impressive now. This is a lib Corey. This is not a Corey with wood, right? Whose Corey is that? If you watch my videos, you might know. Huh? He's not a big fighter. It's not a heavyweight. That's the only clue I'll give you, right? So let me have a look so anyone can think. But this is a life-size model of someone's Corey. It's an older video, but and it's about Sonny Edwards. That's the all clues I'm saying. Obviously, this is not Sonny Edwards' Corey. So you imagine Sonny Edwards. Give you a clue. Both people mashed up this girl, yeah, who was Sonny Edwards' baby mother. Sonny had this to mash her up with. The other guy had that, but lived. This is Sonny hard. There's the other guy like that. Yeah? If you could, I'd like to give a prize. If the first person can guess whose Corey this is. Yeah, and this is lip Corey as well. You can see. All right. I've got to think about how many of the prizes. Maybe once I get some merch fan, I could give you some like Wang Chai's will come back, call me a nonce. Stop crying, Wang Chai. Fuck off, you peanut head bumbuck. Well, I suppose I've read my monetization. You're a mug. You're wrong, and you're a grass. You're hated. Go away, man. Okay, Lennox Lewis. Well, that Corey. No, that's not Lennox's Corey. No, it's not a heavyweight. No, it's not a heavyweight. Eubanks, bro. Which one, Seb? No. Tyson Corey on about having 2 chip fights. The 3rd of December. He's 100% back on the Yale. Macedon. Oh, sorry, I haven't clicked on it. Sorry, blood. Macedon. Tyson Corey on about having 2 shit fights. The 3rd of February. He's 100% back on the Yale. I mean, obviously, you've seen the video in my video, but it's not just that, right? It's his erratic behavior since the Dillian White fight. He's just been changing what he says day after day after day, and he's acting like someone who's on the Yale. And the only reason he's not fat is he's not getting his drink on. He's just getting his So he's staying thin on the yayo, and I think he might still be training. Probably high. Oh my boy! So I sent some Bitcoin. Jack Hoffman in the house. He's serious blood. It sometimes takes a bit. It doesn't come in immediately. Okay. I would just say thanks to you anyway, because obviously I know you're not lying, because me fans don't lie. We're not like Spencer Fearon. Let me check my app, fam. See if I got some love. I mean, obviously I believe you. You know, obviously I believe you. Does anyone, whilst I'm looking, can someone think whose Corey this might be? You know, oh, my boy. The blood clot. Okay, it hasn't arrived yet, bro, but it takes a bit longer than they say. They say it's immediate, but, you know, it's never as immediate as they say. But thank you so much, bro. As soon as it comes, I'll give you the big up. I'll give you a big up anyway. You're my man's, isn't it? Adam, come on, man. Adam Smith's Corey. Come on, blood. If Adam Smith would have a Corey, like, come on, blood. This would be Adam Smith's Corey. Thicker than, what's his name? Sonny Edwards, but still small. I'm going to do some Corey inspection videos. Since it's working up again, but he's Corey. Yeah, with all the tests he's been taking, that wouldn't surprise me. Sly Teen says, yes, Shane is good power bees on Sunday. Do you mean Shane Fury? I must have missed some Manuel Charles Corey. No, it's not a heavyweight, bro. You've got to listen. Mel Dixon, John Fury. It's not a heavyweight, it's Corey. It's not a heavyweight, it's Corey. It's quite a surprisingly large Corey. Michelle Bob's Corey. There's so much evidence of this. It's just yes, my brother. Thank you. I really appreciate that, because they take 30% blood. Lee talks watching Lauren Price. No, but it's probably the size of probably thicker as well. The size of the ting that Lauren Price's girlfriend sticks up her. No, Lauren Price is like the manly one, isn't it? She'll be sticking up her girlfriend, Arkansas. Some good bloody Lindelof. According to Sonny Edwards, he's got a huge car. I mean, I have followed Mars. Do Maximum Jenkins is Corey status? I'd imagine it's what do they call it? A chud? What do you call a Corey that's really thick but not very long? I imagine Max Jenkins Corey is only about that long, but about this wide, like a Coke can. Just the bizarre Corey. Bizarre Corey. That's what I feel like. I might have missed something. Let me see this. Michelle Obama's, yeah, that's a comment. Okay, we'll get just Kell Brook, good guess. No, he's actually smaller than Kell Brook. It's actually small. Johnny Nelson's built a girl. Nah, he's okay. I'm going to tell you, right? He's below welterweight. Chode. That's Peanut said. Chode. Yeah, Chode. Really, like only that long, but about that thick. Just a really bizarre. Probably got a huge heat on it as well. Oh, okay. Ben Harney. No, Lee talks about that's not a circumcised Corey. Ben Harney's has to be snipped, right? It's part of his thing, isn't it? All right, guys. Okay, you have been watching my videos. You know, right? This is the man who's been. Okay, I'll give you one more clue. This is the man who has been, when he was a young kid, prepubescent, in Dawood Caldwell's house with the heat turned on really high. And I don't know with the energy crisis, I don't know how Dawood's going to afford to do that anymore. Okay, that's the last clue I'll give. Come on, someone got it, no man. Tyan Booth Corey. No, you remember in the video, Tyan said he checked his Corey status and it was just average. So I don't know what average is in the UK. Only probably 5'5" allegedly. By the way, the Triple B had a much larger Corey than that, but not now. I think with the alcoholism and the fatness in the age, but at one point, my Corey status was 7.8 out of 10. Which is pretty impressive. I mean, obviously, no one's got. I mean, Guido Vianella girth, but funny today, right? So I did a video on the Americans, the business scene thing, and Guido Vianella gets his Corey out, and it's 10 inches long and as thick as a Furosity. Well, I'd bought a couple of cans of Furosity months ago. I just discovered them again in my fridge. And I was like, I opened them up. No joke. Oi, Tyson. No joke. They were actually tasted pretty good, even though they were rubbish and full of chemicals. But I just opened it, and all I could do was, shush, out, no, out, Tyson. And all I can think about is looking at it, is going, wow, that Guido's got one thick Corey, which is a bit weird. Okay, Porky, no, Butterbean, no. Who knows how big Butterbean's Corey is? He's got so much flab covering it. Prince Patel, he claims he's got a big one. Shane Berger says the average in the UK is 5.18. Okay, the triple B was a lot bigger than that. Okay, wait a minute. I'm a bit slightly disappointed. You don't remember the average girth is 4.5? I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about Corey's. It makes me feel a bit sick. And I've got to eat these sausages tonight. I don't know if I'd be able to. All right. So the owner of this impressive Corey is a former pro boxer. He was going to be a superstar, and he was taken and he had to wrestle in his pants with Dawood, aka Dave Caldwell, who turned the heating up to 73 degrees, baby. I'm giving it like 1 more minute. If no one can come, it comes out. Should be a confirmed sausage. I love a sausage, to be honest, but not the kind of sausage that Gay likes. All right, this is a life-size representation. Mayweather, no blood. Life-size representation. Since when has Mayweather been in Dave Caldwell's house with the heat turned up to 73 degrees, baby? Okay, that's it. You guys are Kazi's blood. This is Nikki Smedley's Corey. Nikki Smedley. Now, Nikki Smedley, by the way, and I've done videos on it. Porky as well. Porky. I don't mind Porky. We've had a bit of beef supposedly, but not really. I mean, Porky does slate some people, and I recognize that. He's had a real go at Adam Smith, calling out Shalom, and he called out Dave Caldwell for his sickness. Okay, so I recognize that. But there's one more video which you haven't seen, but it could be legal issues. But yeah, so David Dawood took Nicky Smedley when he was a boy, and there's a bunch of other lads and had the rest of them in their pants, and it's disgusting. Nicky Smedley is known to have a huge Corey. Okay, now, and the funny thing was, so I can't remember who told me, man. Where did I find this out? Someone with a channel. Maybe it was Porky. That's it. It was Porky. Yeah, he's a friend of Nicky Smedley's, and Porky pointed out that what's his face? Nicky Smedley has smashed Sonny Edwards' baby mother to pieces with his enormous Corey and ruined her. So that's why. Anyway, so this is proof as well. As I said, this is lip. It probably gets a lot thicker. I don't want to talk about this thing. Anyway, so yeah, Nicky Smedley's Corey. This is what he smashed Sonny Edwards' baby mother is. And then she got to put up, she actually had a kid with a guy who had that big a Corey. So maybe Corys don't mean everything. Maybe Corys don't. Sonny, Nicky. I know which Corey I'd rather have. Right, let's get back to some messages, innit, fam? I've got some haters. I love it. I love the haters. Right, let's answer some of these questions, blood. Eddie Hearns Corey. I don't know. Ask Tyson. Oh no, Eddie Hearns Corey. Oh, he's on the video I did. Jacques Tandier. Hello, is this live? Yes, it is live. Where are the French fans? Huh? Just click on the notification. Corey status of the Triple immediately if this is live. I told you my Corey status was 7.8 out of 10. I don't know what happened, man. It's lack of usage of Corey, age, alcoholism. But that Corey's like, if Tyson came around to measure my Corey status now, he'd be like, well, how come your status has decreased? I don't know. I'm a boy, Bengo G14. Where you at? What's the Booth link up about? Well, he said in his videos that he would be happy because someone asked, "Would you be able to talk to him?" Yes. So that's what it's about. It's a long way. Like I said, it's like the Gay J Tyson Fury fight. Oh, they agreed on terms. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Yeah, we both agreed to do it. Obviously, he's a big name. The Triple B has. you know, the Triple B is doing pretty well. He's got the bestest, loyalist fans in the house. But you know, Tyan's a big name in the boxing YouTube world. Jacques Dardier. What is Sonny Edwards Corey said? You weren't here earlier, were you? That is an actual live model of Sonny Edwards' Corey States. You're gonna have to watch this again so you can catch all the Corey news. Bill the Kills, it's a Corey channel. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much. This is like a one-off Corey live. I don't want too much Corey-ness because otherwise it's just creepy as well. Layla Marsh, this is a weird person. She loves AJ's Corey. Well, I told you it's underdeveloped. He hasn't got much of a Corey. It's like Sonny Edwards probably outguns him in the Corey status business. So I wouldn't be impressed by the Corey status of KJ, and that's why he's always bought, because he's got underdeveloped genitals. Kelly Courtney's a Corey status. Apparently he's 6.5 inches, but after the yayo, it's about half an inch. The strength of his yayo. Jacques Landier. So now I know why I follow. It's a Triple B, but it shrunk. I told you the Corey status has decreased. You know, if really, I don't understand, man. I'm not going to answer that figure off. That's just too grim. That's too creepy, man. You know, ask if Tyson would. I know the answer is no. I'm not going to talk about Tyson's Corey. My dog. I'm talking about Tyson's dog, not Tyson Fury, man. Okay, there's one more Corey left. There's one more Corey left, man. One more Corey left, okay? Let's check out the Corey. This is limp, by the way. The reason it's bent, apparently, is because it's so big. The Corey is so big that to put it in his trousers, he has to bend it in half like that. Yeah? So but when it, you know, so that, you know, otherwise it would just come out of his boxing shorts. So who's Corey? This is limp, by the way. Whose Corey is it? Apparently it straightens up when the Corey gets hard and it gets really much bigger. It's like apparently this is the length, but it gets as thick as a can of Furosity. So you must know what Corey that is. All right, I'm going to check my crypto, see what's going on, blood. See if I've got my boy. It takes some time, like I say sometimes. Yeah, it still hasn't come in, bro. Now, obviously, I'm pretty sure you would have used the right wallet address at the bottom. It can take some time, but I'll keep checking, bro. Is it Johnny Horse? I don't know. Isn't that a myth? I'm not sure. I don't know where it came from. I think we were just citing it's Corey. It is a Corey special, and this will be the only one, or at least for a bit, until there are any Corey updates. I can't just be talking about Corey's all the time, man. That's something Tyson Fury does, isn't it? I start talking about my fans. I go, laminate, resonate. Have you got a big Corey? Or Jack Hoffman? Have you got a big Corey? You know, we can go on forever. Blockchain pending, apparently, just check. Thank you, my boy Jack Hoffman. I'm looking forward to it, blood. I really am. Yeah. Triple B is just like Alistair Crowley's son, Barbara Bush. Thanks, Pierce Brosnan. I hadn't seen you right. By the way, so Alistair Crowley's allegedly Barbara Bush's father. Alistair Crowley was a demon, man, a Satanist. I'm just like him. It's meant to be Qaddafi, man. And, you know, and I don't think I look like Barbara Bush. Can you do a pum stream? Yeah, Lee Talks bossing in the house. Guido Vianello's Corey, absolutely. Guido's Corey is so big that, like I said, he has to tuck it in. Yeah. So this is a limp to Corey. Yeah. When it gets hard, it straightens up. But see, it's even thicker than that. This is not even a Furosity. So if you imagine that. It's about twice that girth. Anyway, that's enough Corey conversations for one night. I just can't take it anymore. As Fickle says, yes, elite status Corey, the best. You know, that's why he gets 11 out of 10. Triple B does a Corey inspection for the fans. Oh, sorry, I didn't get it. Triple B Corey inspection for the fans. I don't know if you missed the early stuff. There's a lot of Corey business going on. We had In case you missed it, in case anyone missed it, weren't there? We had Coogan Cassis's Corey, and this is stiff, by the way. We had Sonny Edwards' Corey with wood. We had, he's not a big name, but he'd been in one of the videos, and he got non-stop by Dawood David Caldwell. Nicky Smedley, which he used to smash Sonny Edwards' baby mother. Do you know, funny enough, I had a message. The video I did is called Sonny Edwards, also Nicky Smedley, or something like that. And I had a message from Nicky Smedley, someone saying, "Oh, my brother loves this video." I thought she was saying in general. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, cool, man." I go, do you know Sonny Edwards? And she said, No, my brother is Nicky Smedley. He loved the video, watches it, man. All the big dogs watch the Triple B, man. You know, and Nicky Smedley's a big dog, believe that. Oh, you know, I get touched, man. Tyan watches, Coogan watches. All right, Coogan ain't a big dog. He's this size dog. But, you know, Nicky Smedley, with that kind of length, you know, you have to respect it. You have to respect it. Triple B, Jeffrey Dahmer used to go to Stranger's funeral. Wow. He was weird, but he comes across real nice in interviews. He seems really nice. It's just bizarre. They're quite fascinating. Lee Talks Boxing says, Pum Pum stays. Yeah, we did start talking about Pum Pum stays. Ebony's Pum Pum would rival a black hole in terms of size. I'm not even sure black holes exist, right? Number one. I think all this space stuff is made up. Yeah, to be honest with you. I mean, how do they know about black holes? People sitting on Earth, and we can't. Well, apparently we've been to the moon. Apparently. And that's as far as we go. And we know about black holes that are billions of miles away. Come on, blood. I would say Ebony Bridges' Pum Pum is more like, you know when you get those sinkholes, those massive sinkholes, it's like that, or like the Grand Canyon, that kind of Pum Pum. That Pum Pum status. Pierce Brosnan Quadafi, when are you reintroducing the gold and silver currency? Well, I was going to make an African currency backed by gold and silver. And what happened? Well, I got whacked. My boy Wisey, what's up? What's happening, Chubby? I'm okay, blood. I'm getting some merch out soon. Yeah, I've been working on it, and man, I'm quite excited by it. So I'm hoping to launch on one platform, maybe two this weekend. I'm waiting to get okayed by one, and I want to get it right before I start. I don't want to just throw out whack. What's she doing over there? I don't want to throw out whack quality. The design's getting good, but I'm wondering, should I tweak it? Should I put a little bit of Triple B branding? You know what? It's got to look professional, blood. It's got to be the best. It's got to be the. I got it. I got it from my boy. I'll just find out how much it is. Jack, I've got your crypto, right? I've just been told. I'll check it out in a minute. What was I saying? All the big coins have tuned in, says Mel Dixon. Yeah. We've probably got Nicky Smedley watching. Guido's watching. Probably Francis Ngannou. Although it's unconfirmed when he's got a big Corey, because Tyson just asked him, "Oh, have you got a big Corey?" You know, there was no measuring, there was no status delivered. And, you know, it probably takes I don't know, PEDs that can shrink the Corey and the balls. Where are we at? Where are we at? By the way, where Missy Rara at? Because, you know, she got upset that I didn't know Missy. Where Missy Rara at? Where Bengo G14? We've had Bengo G14 as it happens. Who did you have that's not here, man? I like to call up my fans that they're not here. I can't remember, man. But have a think. I don't know where some fans are missing. I don't know where they're at. I want to know where they're at. Oops. Call 212-555 hair. That's Maurice Wigs. Don't fall off. They've been tested against hurricane winds. One of my favorite. If you know, Corey status. You must have just got on because I told you the Corey status was 7.8, but it's shrunk a bit. Tyson will come to my house and goes, "What's the meaning behind this? Why is your Corey status dropped by 2 Corey points?" Slightly bit of sausage fest. Yeah, in many ways, man. Okay, I've got to check my boy to big up my boy Jack Hoffman in the house. I've got to see. He gave me 6 bitcoins. Come on, me a blurred clut. I've got to go through security and things, isn't it? Yeah, we saying. Come on, you bumper clut. So it's told me I've got it. on the email, but hasn't actually updated the site yet. Blood clot. I'll tell you what it's yeah, I knew called 212-555 hair was just come on. Otherwise, you'd have known all the Corey talk has happened. I'm a bit sick of the Corey business. Let's talk about some boxing, please. Oh, my boy Little Fish. I was gonna say that's right. Where's the Little Fish at? Should be. If you knew you couldn't be arrested, who's your top 5 in boxing? You would give a kicking to? Oh, obviously Sonny Edwards. I mean that's a bit of a bully. Do you mean that I could actually give a kicking to, like, with my skills, because I'm out of shape? Remember that, or that I want to give a kicking to? Tell me that first, and I'll answer. But Sonny Edwards was featuring both, obviously. Where my boy, why is he at? Oh, here he is. Tyson Fury hired Sugar Hill due to his large Corey status. You've probably got all the trainers lined up, right? He's going to go for Israel Salas, but then he checked his score and he goes, "What's that? You call that a corner, Israel? Get out me gym. Get out me gym. Sugar, what's your corner status at?" Poor Sonny. See, Pierce says, yeah, Sonny has already got a big kicking off up now. As I said, where's my boy AWB at? Where's my boy AWB at? As if by magic, big up. You missed all the Corey chat. You're going to have to watch this again. There's a lot of serious stuff. Subheads. Where's Subheads at? Here he is. Coogan's busy ramming Nathans with his Corey. So for those that weren't there, I've got live models from the official Royal Corey Inspector. And this is Coogan's Corey. And this is with wood. So not very impressive size. And Ben, I think that's probably, is it 2 or 3 out of 5? 3 out of 5, I think, because there's some terrible Corys. I was going to answer, yes, Thingy's had a kick in Sonny. Yeah, he's a dwarf. He's got a tiny Corey. Can't punch. He's ugly. He loses, he loses hair young and all this kind of stuff. And he's an oil driller. He would have got a hiding all his life at school. You know that. And that's why I'm really going to show it, because you got, the Rude Boys will give him a slap as well. And so he really going to show them by making some money out of boxing and wearing Rude Boy clothes and oil drilling. But, he's a pathetic human being. Now, I wouldn't be a hater if he just got on with his boxing, okay? And he didn't do all that. I'm the Twitter king and try and be funny. Because, he's very selective. He'll block you if, you say something decent. He'll pick his targets. He'll get the ones that are not that bright and have made a silly comment and rinse them. But he blocks people. He deletes people's comments. I'm the Twitter kid. It's pathetic, man. You're a bellend and you can't fight. He couldn't even hurt that, 8-stone kind of Italian dude or whatever. He came over who couldn't fight. Oh, man. Well, Sonny O's, if he had been just nice and reasonable, there's flyweights that, Dave Boy McCauley was exciting. Obviously, he can punch, unlike Sonny, but he was respectful. He held the job down while he was doing what he did. There's baby Jake Matlala, who Dave McCauley knocked out in the 10th round. And at the time, he was considered a bit of a joke because he was so small. And Matlala went on to achieve so much. Matlala's 4'10". He would have knocked out Sonny Edwards, though. He probably had a reasonably sized 6-inch Corey as well. If Sonny, you think, don't act like a tool. What happened when you act like a tool? 2 30-year-old Bengali boys slapped you up to pieces. You get me? Ben's record. My core is sicker than a Snicker. There's more girth than planet Earth. That's a super rhyme. But, where'd you find your women at? Where are your women at? Did you have to find a black hole, man, if the biggest planet Earth, innit? At this stage, that Corey status is unknown. The funny thing is, it's like, the Royals. What are you doing, your blood clot? You know how the Royals, yeah? And we all got paid inheritance tax. When we did, if I die, my super shekels, my cash apps will go to Tyson the dog. Yeah, but you got to pay 40% on these shekels. Yeah, so not only do I have to pay the tax, but then the Triple E has to pay, if it's a super shekel, 30% to YouTube, and then I have to pay 40% inheritance tax when it goes to Tyson. Yeah, but the royal family don't have to pay any, even though they've got hundreds of millions. I mean, it's nuts. So that's the same thing with what was I talking about? I was leading to something, man. Hang on. It was leading to something. Something was the same. Can someone remind me what I was droning on about, man? I'll remember it in a minute, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I was saying that like special rules for special people. This is gonna bug me, man. I'm gonna watch it again. It's gonna bug me. Anyway, forget about it. A lot of people say that John Ferrer is a huge Corey. Well, apparently his son did not. Oh, that's right. Now, yeah. So the thing is, there's a law. So if you're the Corey inspector, if you've got a warrant for Royal Corey inspection, which Tyson obviously has, he's not required to have his Corey inspected. You know, in the same way that the royal family are not required to pay inheritance tax, but we do. We have to have our Corys measured, our Corey status noted and taken down. So if Tyson Fury turns out he's got his measure, you've got to give him a Corey status, yeah? But it's not required for him to say the Corey status, so it's unknown. But his obsession. Where Disco Dave at? Where Disco Dave at, yeah? Have anyone seen him? Where anyone see Disco Dave? Ah! This is by magic. Pop, 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 bang. Pop, 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 bang. Yes. Disco Dave in the house. Disco Dave in the house. Oh, Builder Kill says. Builder Kill says, give Tyson a sausage. I assume you don't mean Tyson Corey. Yeah, all right. I'll give him a little bit of Nicky. I'll give him a bit of Nicky Smedley's sausage because, like, these are cooked already, right? Yeah. So Nicky Smedley's going to lose an inch on his Corey. Tyson the dog. Tyson, come here. Look, Corey, get that Corey. He's running off. Sorry, Nicky, you've lost an inch of Corey, but it's still impressive. It's still a lot better than Sonny Edwards, Corey. Peanut Head says, John McDonald says Tyson Fury Corey status is small. Interesting. I wonder why he knows. He might have seen it before. I wonder if Tyson inspected Big John's Corey. Yo, trouble be, I mean, triple B blood. Liam, what's up, my brother? Okay, my boy Jack Hoffman, who gave me the crypto, and it still hasn't. I don't know the amount. I need to have a look because I don't want to be rude, blood. You get me? I don't want to be rude. I want to big up the donation. You get me? Blood, take this thing away, you bummer clut, pussy old. My crypto wallet. It's very odd. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to be boring. Jack, do you mind if I don't? Blood clot. Here we go. My boy dropped me some. I can't see very well. Is that 850 or is it more than 850? It doesn't matter. Thank you so much, Brad, for that lovely Bitcoin donation, Brad. If it's more than 840, I apologize. But I can't see it. The glasses, the lighting. Disco Dave says, love the Gaddafi. Thank you, brother. Some people say I look like Michael Jackson. Someone else said I look like, someone else creepy. Gaddafi feeding his dog 7 Yeah, man. Tyson's getting on Nicky Smedley's Corey. Do you reckon Tyson Fury wants to play with Joe Joyce's Corey? He's beat his boyfriend. They've all sparred together. I've done a video on this, right? And obviously Tyson checked out Vianella's Corey and gave feedback. I don't know if he ever saw Joyce's Corey, but I don't know. Maybe it wasn't worth talking about. Maybe it was too intimidating. Maybe he never got to see it. Okay, let's have some more boxing. Enough Corey talk. Darren James, what up, my brother? He's paying £20 to watch you back band. You know what? I'm such a neat, and I said I was not going to pay for Joe Joyce Parker because I'm never going to watch the undercard. And I said, I've had loads. I recently seen some good streams and things. I'm just, oh man. And I put a bit of money on it, and then I got into the fight because Big Juggernaut was there, and I bought it. And I was still getting my drink on then, so that probably played a part. But I don't regret it because it was a good fight. But I would probably, I'm a bit annoyed. You back, Ben? Eventually the hype's going to get to me. Because if I go to the pub instead of watching a big fight, then I'll spend like £30-40 in the pub. So if I spend £20 to watch Evan Ben and buy a couple of cheap bottles of wine, I probably save £10. At least, put it this way, that's the way I'll justify it. So yeah, I probably will, unfortunately. Oh no, come on, Disco there. I'm not reading that. It's too great. Good question. Piss Brosnan, thoughts on Jack Dempsey? Now, obviously, back in the day, they didn't have the same skill sets, and sports nutrition and PEDs, but he was a very violent puncher. Yeah. I tell you what I do think. They said, what's his name? Jess Willard said he hit me with a piece of iron, like he had a big screw in it. Now, if you watch, I think he's correct. And apparently, Dempsey's manager and Dempsey put money in the first round. They wanted to win it. And these were the days when they didn't have high def cameras. Yeah. Even these days, there are people that have cheated by taking stuff out, confirmed, and accusations. Now, if you watch, right, now, when Dempsey's hitting Jess Willard, right, with the hooks, instead of going over like that or whatever, he hits him like that. Now, if you're holding, and Willard's face is absolutely destroyed, if you're holding a huge bolt, in your hand, and you want to get the maximum of it, so don't go like that. You're going to hit him like that. And you hit him with a bolt, crash. And you watch that fight, he does it a lot. The guy's on the floor. And in them days, it was mad. You go on the floor, it doesn't matter, man. You can stand by them until they get up and smash them again. Yeah, I think Jack was he's the first big superstar in boxing as far as I'm concerned. Oh no, John L. Sullivan, I guess. But I just liked his power, his viciousness. Okay, let's catch up. Shalom, shalom, fellow whites as War Master. Shalom, my brother. Shalom, Ben Shalom. Little Fish says, Joey Johnson's a great signing. Can he beat Fury? I think Big Joe would beat Usyk. Really, £50 is too much. Over 12 rounds. Gay J looked huge next to Usyk, but he only had £20 on him. Yeah? And now he's going to fight Joe Joyce, who has £50 on him. It's too much, man. There's the weight division for a reason. £50 is absolutely enormous, man. Can he beat Fury? When people say like who would win between, I prefer to think in terms of percentage. Or say I'd say okay, that person would win 8 times out of 10. Because that's more real. Because otherwise you wouldn't get no upsets. Could he beat Fury? Yes, he has a chance. It's a weird one. He's the same weight as Fury. Fury's obviously a lot better mover, slicker in that sense, although he can look clumsy. Man, I got to think about it. I mean, intuitively I would go for Tyson, but now I'm thinking about it. I would have Tyson a favorite, but not a massive one. It would. If I had to bet my life on it, I'd bet on Fury. Put it that way. But I wouldn't. I would feel pretty nervous. You feel me? My boy Disco Dave in the house, the Corey fan. I'll stream it. Use a £30 for some Bengo G14 strain. 3.5 grams, 25. The £5 on spend, £2 on a lotto ticket. The rest on Pepsi, Canon, Transformers crisp. Tony, blood. Do you really eat that thing, Transformers crisps? I mean, you got to stop eating that slop, because you know what they're doing. They're trying to fill your body with chemicals. Pepsi as well is grim. I actually prefer Pepsi taste to Coke, but now I think I did drink kind of Ferocity, as I said, but the Bengo G14 strain, 3.5 grams, 25 quid. Yeah, it's apparently a great strain. A lot of tickets, a bit of fun. A lot of tickets, a bit of fun. You might win. You probably won't. The odds are against it, but yeah, I mean that's good. The only problem is, what bugs me in a big fight was you get into it suddenly it streams. Having said that, the last few times that I've used streams and I haven't watched something, they've been great. But I probably said I've been such a boxing fan for so long. I don't want to miss the so-called big fights, even if they're not that big. Because that's all I do. I'm a neat man. Maybe in the old days I was like a blood clot. I can't be asked to see that. I'm a neat man. Boy, Subheads Records. I like these comments in it. Do you own a record company, or is that just your thing? Anyway, Sonny wearing rude boy clothes and oil training, wearing his hood on top tech, the buzz playing his music and spitting on the floor, innit? That's exactly what he's like. You imagine a little. I'm pretty demonetized. sitting there like, yeah, blood. And he wouldn't have no black fans. They'd be too ashamed to hang out with him, you know. You know when he's in there's a, I've had it in some videos. There's a picture of him with his baby mother in his weird bathtub situation, and there's all these black guys, and they're ashamed of him, and posting other pictures of him going to some guy's wedding, and he's sitting there like 5 foot two with these black guys, and you can just look in their face and go, "Oh, I wish Sonny would go away. I'm sick of his fake rude boy talk. Yeah, all right, blood, what's happening?" Trying to fist bump all the black guys to get some street cred in it. He's a little turd, and like I said, I've exposed him before, but he flashes the signals and all that, so. Okay, my boy Piss. Yeah, let's do some boxing. Seems a lot of legitimacy about the multiple early glove tears done on purpose. Now, I find this weird. I've had different things. I've had some people say, "Oh, yes, there was a tear, but they changed a glove in 55 seconds, so the round didn't end." Come on, man. All right. Now I know in the old days it wasn't all taped up and that, and it was what is it? It was the laces, but what they found a new set of gloves. No, because first of all, the first thing the referee has to go, "Oh right, yes, it is torn. Let's go and let's go and find some new gloves." So that's already taken 20 seconds, right? And then someone's got to go and find some new gloves. And they've been in the changing rooms, and they've got to be like, big enough to fit Ali's hands. And they've got to bring them back. And by this time, they must have got the whole glove off. And it's quite difficult to get a boxing glove when it's really tight and all that on. There's no Velcro. You can't just go. In those days, it's all tightly, wrapped and all that. And it must have caused a few minutes of, at best. I don't even know if there's video on it. It's old fashioned, and the only video they had was the ones they showed on TV. So yeah, I think there's definitely some truth there. Ali had good recruiter skills, but he was always very susceptible to a left hook, and he did get really hurt by old Henry, and that's why I always say Mike Tyson would beat Ali, because also Frazier done him with a hook. Frazier's 205 pounds. Yeah, Mike Tyson's like 218, 220 pounds, much faster. George Foreman was only 220 pounds, and he was considered huge in the Ali era. And Tyson had a super fast, super hard left hook. So Jacques Tendier, Triple B begging to stop Corey talks. Live by the Corey, perish by the Corey. No more Corey talk. Oh. Yeah. What's the time? I don't need to drain the lizard because I haven't getting my drink on, but we still got 46 guys. I suppose I'll carry on. Maybe another half hour. I've got to get my food on. I'm going to get my sausages on. I've been starting to make, instead of eating like slop, I've been making like nice food. Yeah, and making an effort. I can, healthy food, nice food. I feel a lot better for it, blood. Joyce is good, but hyping him too much now. I don't really rate Parker. Yeah, but it's the way he destroyed him, really. War Master in the house. Ben Shalom, white brother. I won't count out Usyk as he's a real beast. Yes, he is. It's just an awful lot of weight to give away. I mean, And people say, "Oh, it's not just about weight. Look at how you sit. Look at Valev got beaten by what's his face, David Gay." I thought actually David Gay lost that fight. I thought it was so boring. One landed 11 punches, one landed 9. He did almost knock out the Yeti right at the end or put him over. But that's so different. Valev was, for a man that big, he was actually fairly skilled, but he couldn't really punch. It was nuts how big he was, and he didn't know how to cut off a ring. He just followed you around like a mummy. And he wasn't that good. I mean, you can't compare. Joe Joyce has actually got skills, despite the fact he's really slow, and he can punch. All right, and I think Usyk didn't, he dealt with Gage very well, but he didn't look that comfortable with Cesaro, who's a journeyman. Really, I just think that's just too much weight, and that's all Joyce brings to the table. He brings this great, huge heat. He can take a punch. He brings power, and he's very accurate with his punches, which is weird because they're slow. But you see how that jab lands all the time because he times it well. He might be slow, but he times it well. So, Sabez's records always make me laugh. Joshua's Corey has status of a plum. Plum's probably bigger than his Corey blood. Mastodon, my boy. What era since boxing started was there a bigger heavyweight that moved better, had a better boxing IQ, and inspected Corey's like the big gypsy king of the odds. And it's the Corey inspection thing that tips him, you know, makes him more special. All right, my boy Valley. What's up? Some guy got robbed in the train today. Figured I needed something there, and then lol. I'll try it out. Thanks, Warmaster. Try what else? Oh no. Oh, we'll go back to that. Warmaster goes, imagine having an argument with another person because of which song you think's better. I'm going to follow this. It sounds like quite fun. So what, you're telling me there was an argument between people about whether Pepsi or Coke was better, and then oh, come on, man. I mean, the thing is, the normies, the masses will so indoctrinated. They will fight. They will get so upset about the most irrelevant stuff. Yeah. Drink the bio sludge cola. Yeah, man. Build a kill. Should be like that Gerald McClellan train. He did wear a hat like this, didn't he? I wonder how Gerald McClellan is. You know, I don't need to say this. You know, Tyan Booth says a lot, but I repeatedly said that once I found out it tortures animals and, you know, innocent animals. I just like, honestly, I said to him, take my hat off. It's Nigel Benn. You know, now that guy can't hurt anybody. And also, like, if you're that unpleasant, not just with animals, but with little cute dogs, feeding them to your pit bulls, it means you're such a psychopath, unpleasant person. I mean, you know, he would have ended up flipping and killing someone, or, you know. So yeah, he's much better where he is now. You know, crapping his pants and, you know, whatever. Man. I don't want to talk about him. Are you asking me a question? Should we fapping again? No. I had it like once a month just when I can't sleep. But just so I stopped thinking about pum pum. But I still feel guilty afterwards. I basically no fat. Pierce Brosnan, you think Henry Cooper would have butt broken Ali if he haven't got the other car? And I think Ali had already recovered by then. I think it's more about would he have butt broken Ali if he'd hit Ali earlier and before the round then, and if Ali's done that glove thing and rested for 3 minutes. Ali had good recruitive skills. I mean, when he put him over, it's possible that he might have put him over again and they would have stopped it. I don't know. I mean, he was definitely very hurt by it. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, by the time they resumed action, Ali had recovered. So, yeah. Jacques Dodley, do you know ticks have no Corys? They use their nose. Check it out. Hey, I said we're going to stop the Corey talk. Just, you know, boxing talk. No more Corey stuff. Darren James, should be. What are your thoughts on Sonny Liston's death? I read a bit about it. I mean, he definitely was. I mean, the question is, was he whacked or did he just OD? You know, he's got a big connection, didn't he, with villains and so on. I don't know. I mean, his wife said, "Oh, he never used to do drugs." That's a lie. He used to do loads. He just hid it from her. He seemed to be quite nice to his wife. I never knew he was always, he's a bad man. Obviously, he's a big lump and he's an enforcer and all this, but was his criminal record that bad? He never seemed to come across that bad, just stupid and big. But, you know, I think he had, one of the guys had a rubbish life. But, you know, I wouldn't exactly want my daughter to bring home Sonny Liston. I can tell you that much for sure. Chubby fans are too funny. Chubby, I've said a million times, Chubby got the best fans, better than Ricky Allen. And you know what? They make me laugh a lot. That's why I read all the comments, you know, under the videos, because some funny things. Subheads is a good one. I'd rather be a warrior and AKA skins his bed. Ooh, with Ben Harney in a love triangle wall. You get me, bruv. If I can ram boot bap, I give Bengo G14's bum a slap because I rap and I box and I'm big and I'm crap in it. Fam. So that's a rap. I didn't read it out as one. It's just a normal comment. Sorry, bro. I'm not reading out again, blood. Really feel my boy. He's been so generous over the times. And he disappeared for a bit. We was over where Build a Kill at? Where Build a Kill at? He's come back to the community. One's wife has put it to bed and Spencer one shy fear. He's so pathetic, man. He's so pathetic. Yeah, Spencer the Peanut Head fear. He did a lot of comments about it. Disco Dave, Fury should give the plumber a paid day. Fight him instead of 7% of trouble. Charles is a joke, man. Plumber, do you mean David Price? I mean, he's retired, right? Pittsburgh, what sort of bossy brothers cool does Harry Baby have? I haven't checked if it's still hairy. I mean, maybe Coogan shaved it, but it's a female. So, in this day and age, a female got any chance because, all you have to do is hold your hands up. Before you know it, you're a world champion. And so you don't fall over, get into the ring. It's pathetic to watch Emily Bridges talk about boxing and commentate on boxing like she's a warrior, knows about it. She's so whack at boxing. She's only started 3 years. It's to make cringe me. I'm a world champion. Hey. What you are is you're a world champion skank. That's what you're talking about. Oh, I said the audio was making a clapping sound a few minutes. I can't remember. I'm not sleeping much because I stopped getting the drink on. I used to drink myself to sleep. I'm getting up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I sleep about 2 a.m. But I'm doing things, I'm getting the merch out, bloods. Joyce on EPO says Disco. He's definitely on something, yeah. And they all are. And also, you got to imagine, right? It's more about how much, PDs you're on rather than are you on PDs. Now, everyone else is doing them. Why should you not do them? You remember Linford Christie, yeah? He was always good quality, but he's never really getting to the real big wins. Because he wasn't juicing. And then he started it. And then suddenly, when he's 32, he starts winning stuff. And that, it's a young man's game sprinting. Yeah, because he had to juice because he had no alternative. He's like, well, everyone else is doing it. And you know what? Do you know what? You're allowed to have, because there's some freaks in this world who've got such big tests, even though they're so rare, you have to have a buffer. So you can have 4 times as much test in your body as the average male, and you're still passed in boxing because, you got to allow for the freaks. So, you go, oh, yeah, I know I got 4 times bigger than the average man. It's like, Guido Vianello's Corey is 4 times larger than the average man. So you do get freaks. Well, about 50 times larger than Sonny Edwards. But seriously, so they have to allow you. So they'll just juice up and they'll test the testosterone. They'll juice up until they get to about the 4 to 1 or just under, and it still made so much difference. Like I said, I did D-ball once, if you know about that, for 3 months, and the difference was just incredible, And this was a fairly light, and this is not the serious stuff that guys like Gay J are doing, It's not. I'm not being monitored. I dropped a few D-ball pills, man. The strength, the recovery, and the buzz I get. I mean, it was just insane, man. I got a bit of roid rage going on. I said, I can't do this, man. Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer was pretty based, actually. Check him out. My boy Furq. Where Furq at? Yes, she'll be. Bruv, it's 1 hour 38. You've only just come in. I don't have Joe the Lizard, but I need to get my food on. So you missed this. This is what you missed. You missed Sonny Edwards' Tiny Corey. You missed Bent Legs. What's his name? Coogan's Bent Corey. Not very impressive either. You missed Ben Smeddy's, Nicky Smeddy's Corey, but it's lost an inch because I took half. I took it about an inch off and gave it to Tyson. And you missed. This is it's bent in half because this is limp. Guido Vianello's Corey. That's what you missed. You're gonna have to watch it again because we're not talking Corey anymore. Master, I'm Michael Jones Jr. in the prime, with both knocking everyone else out. Who wins that? Tyson's just too big, And Jones's chin was shown to be fragile. My boy in the house. There's nothing better than some shackle loving. My boy RRH25. Where you at, blood? I was wondering where you at. Gave me £4.49 super chat. Good to see you, bruv. Chivon, one of my family members in the Fury camp. Blood clot. He's avoided Corey inspection for 4 months, but it's getting critical. What should he do? This is your family member. I don't know, man. Isn't it? It's between a rock and a hard place. I mean, Tyson's probably bugging him almost every day. Get your cardio out. It's like, we'll do it later. I've just got to run and, after a bit, it's stressful. And every time you see Tyson Fury's head come around the corner, he goes, oh no. Cardio status, please. Yeah, I don't know what advice to give him. I really don't. Make up some story. So he's got a core disease. I don't know, man. I think Tyson will get him. And eventually, Big Shane will hold him down. Yeah. And Tyson will pull down his pants, get his cardio out, and get the status. So I'd be very nervous, man. I don't want to say, bro. I feel for you. I feel for your mans. Big dog. What up, big dog? Mark Tibbs offered maximum jerk-offs, paid sparring, and he bottled it. He didn't want to get hurt. Against who, though? Which fighter? Who does Mark Tibbs train? Doesn't he train Ebony Bitches? Ebony Bitches was going to stop Maximum Jenkins. I don't think Jenkins is that bad. He's Ebony Bitches. Okay, Spencer Peanut Head. I think Joyce would gasp without his PDs. Very possibly, he's got a big man that's got that work rate, but he's going to carry on taking them. So, Disco Dave, my man's quoting Gidje. Yeah, you can't beat him joining PEDs. Hip hip hooray! What's that weird when Gidje was hip hip hooray? What is you sitches are sitting? What's going on with this great buck? He's mad, this buck. Piss Pro's a good question. Who'll be the Antichrist? Now, firstly, there'll be many Antichrist. That basically means people who are totally against Christianity and God. But the big Antichrist dog, there's a few theories. Elon Musk. I don't know. Who else they mentioned? Somebody mentioned John Kennedy Jr., who's been dead allegedly for 20 years or whatnot. It's going to resurface. Some people claim they got footage of him. I don't know. It's a bit fanciful there. Elon Musk. Who else? Who else is young guys? Some people say he'll come out of the vacuum. I don't know, to be honest, but I believe it will happen around 2030. All the signs are there. We don't know when it's going to happen. We can look at the signs. Just count them up. From the Reformation of Israel to Bati business being pushed, to men wearing women's clothes. All this stuff is predicted. You check it out, man. Check it out in the Bible, and noncery. And all kinds of sexual degradation, Bati business being pushed, the chip, the mark of the beast. There's another one. I mean, it's nuts. There's some video. If you want to watch a quick video, watch things. There's guys called End Times Productions. He's done a small video about predictions. There's loads of guys like that. So I think that guy call for an uprising. I think he's been zapped. I think it's called Time for a Judgment now. Where are Len Blavatnik's early life section at? Shalom, brother. Missed you, man. I was reading your early life section. They're very interesting, but very predictable. Because when you get based enough after taking the red pill, you don't even need to look at the early life section. You just know. My boy had his red pill, so he's laughing at that. He knows Len's. Lee talks boxes. Sonny Edwards, the man not going to lie. You are lying. Oh, that's weird. Pierce Brosnan, I haven't read this. Boy Fish said every prison guard in Japanese prison who was held that were Batimans. I mean, prison officers are just, they're part of the system. Why was he held in Japan? I can't remember. Can you fill me in, blood? RH25, Manchester Bro. What are you talking about? I've lost my thread. Someone talking about Batty business. Tyson Wood. It's 6.5 Corey Small asking for a friend. No, I think that's bigger than a lot bigger than the average Brit. Yeah, I think that's the average size in. Actually, the biggest Corys that would be just the average, which is Hungary and places like the Congo. If you was in China or India, that's the average Cory size there is 4. So. If you want to do some rice drilling or curry drilling, man, you get a curry out and go, Tyson Woodley, you have big boom boom with me. Your curry so big, your collie so big, your collie so big. This good as a 6 month average. Not if all these things are to be believed. I don't even know. How do they come up with these? Well, obviously they do. How many Corey expansion do you have to do to get the average Corey? It's a bit weird, man. My boy, H25. Give me another one. Give me two. Chubby Campbell Hatton. Discuss my G. Right. Campbell Hatton is awful. Awful. And I cringe so much when he's like he was his second fight on the bill, weren't he? When he turned pro, or when that guy gave him an ass whipping, the non-punching guy never scored a KO or whatever. And then Adam Smith comes out and goes, "The hairs on your neck are standing up as blue moons." Comes out, and Ricky Hatton looks. Sorry, Campbell Hatton is a spitting image of his father, Ricky. It's like being there again, isn't it, Matthew? Oh, the cringe factor. And Hatton comes out to a cacophony of a noise, and so it goes on. But it's not even that. That's why I don't like Campbell. He's cocky. He's a cocky little. He's only. I don't know how much you get paid, but they have to pay him a bit if he's second on the bill. He lost to that guy, whatever it was, Sonny Martinez. He's awful. He would just be a journeyman. I don't disrespect people who win an area title, because even Nigel Benn, when he turned pro, he goes, I would be happy just to win area title, just say I was a champion. But even that, I mean, that would be his limit. And what really makes you sick is like Ricky. Ricky was a decent fighter, even though he was chinny and weird and wants to tuck people and let people shag his wife and tuck him in bed. Forgetting that, he could still fight to an extent. And their brother Matthew was actually tough. I don't think he ever got stopped. He was not as good, but he was tough. They know about their boxing. They're looking and seeing this little fool. Yeah. He tries to be like that. Yeah. And he's got no. He looks like an actor. A guy in Hollywood, a Hollywood actor who's only been training for 6 months, for a Hatton film. And I enjoy watching Campbell and Hatton. You know why? Because one day he's going to get splattered. It's inevitable, and I'll just sit there. And he's cocky. He's not nice. But why his family don't say, "Look, man, Campbell, and I love you, you're my son, but I don't think boxing's for you." That's what they need to say, man. Talking about the Antichrist. People say Prince William. I've heard that a bit. The Pope's too obvious. He's openly satanic. Yeah, maybe. But you see, the predictions say he has to come out, and then everyone has to love him, and he has to perform some miracles or something, or allegedly. Yeah, and we've got the Operation Blue Bean and all this kind of stuff to come, and he has to be able to unite people and have everyone got to worship him. So, I mean, by the way, the number of organizations that are trying to make a world religion. One of them has even said we wanted something called Chrislam, which is a mixture. They will create a new religion based probably on the old ones. A world financial system, a world government, and the head of that will be the Antichrist. He may not have shown himself yet. We don't know when it's going to happen. I believe it will happen 2030, but I don't know, man. You got a bad echo coming out. Really? I'm really sorry, man. I'm going to turn off my phone in case it's messing with. Really? I got a bad echo. I shouldn't do, man. I'm real sorry. I hate it when I don't know whether the NWO are messing with my streams or whether my equipment's just whack, but I mean that really annoys me, man. When you bomber clock, switch off. I mean, maybe I should just call it. If it's causing problems, I should call it an end anyway. When I watch it again, I'll cringe because they'd be messing with me, but there shouldn't be an echo. Right, let's go. Let's call it a break soon, right? Yeah. Value WEF to what economic foreign knows who the Antichrist will be. Yeah, possibly. Where my boy Privileged Chitlord at? What up, blood? Baseball. Bobby F. He knew the score. Is that Bobby Kennedy? Bobby Fischer. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, what? Bobby Fischer knew the score for sure, man. Yeah, and my boy goes, Bobby wasn't crazy. His crime was being too base. Absolutely, he got absolutely attacked and hammered, and I can't remember what he got persecuted, which is what happens. I'm going to go watch. I will watch some interviews. People talk about it. Yeah, on Bobby Fischer. Fuck you. Where you at? Do you reckon Mark Tim's Corey can touch Ebony size? Yeah, all right. Not unless he's hung like Guido Vianello. Yeah. Okay. I just want to eat now. No court. I mean, no. We'll get my drink on. We still got 40 peeps, but yeah, I'm going to turn it in. I want a couple more good questions. Oh no, come on, blood. My boy, give me enough money, man. I might make my target, blood. RRH 25 4449 again. You give me at least a tenner, man, or more. Okay, so here we at. Where we at? RRH 25. Chubby, if we had a fight to the finish with Max Jenkins, Porky Wyvey, Tyan Booth, who could you beat? Well, out there. Fight to the finish. Do you mean on the streets or in the boxing? I'll do it both ways. Max Jenkins on the streets. He's a huge man. Okay, he's a huge man. What is he? 30 stone or something? And he'll be strong. He can't punch. Yeah, but just that weight. The Chimpy's at half his weight, blood. Chimpy's at half his weight, for goodness sake. And I'm out of shape now. Let's say I got in shape 3 months. Okay. So in the boxing ring, yeah, I just make foolishness out of Max J. Not because I'm that good, but he's so whack on the streets. Because he's so big, if he grabbed me, I don't know if he knows any jiu-jitsu, he might do. If he grabbed me, I'd have to chin him pretty quickly. Otherwise, he might grab me and start throwing me around. So I wouldn't be confident in that. I wouldn't be scared because he's a pussy, but in boxing, no, it's pathetic. Porky, both, obviously, I'd smash him. Porky's like very ill. I like him, by the way. I'm not slating Porky. I did watch him for a bit, and then I started watching more videos, and he slates Ben Shalom, and he's based about Ben Shalom. Yeah, you watch the video, he knows. You can see he's based. So I respect that, and he knows his boxing. So I have no interest in fighting, but both. It doesn't matter what you're 10 years behind door, man. If you're 11.5 stone and you're not very well, you're gonna get hiding, man. In the street and in the ring. YB. You can see he can't take a punch. Because you've seen his face. He's shown his face. Well, I shot his face anyway, so he had to really. And you see, he got no chin. I found some videos of him sparring his dad, and swimmers is not really the right. Swimmers is not. With boxing, you need to be a bit explosive as well. I sparred with a guy who was an Olympic gold medalist who outweighed Chubby by 4 stone. But his sport was not an explosive. It was so whack. He got hurt by a jab. And the way swimming, I think, is a perfect kind of sport for being good at boxing. And obviously, what happened? You see, he's got a weak chin. He got a chinler. He's a chinler. You'd whack on him. So I'd whack him out on the streets, and he's probably about only at 11. So Tyan Booth is obviously an ex-pro. He's not the biggest puncher in the world, but he can take a shot. Yeah. I believe he could have been British champion if he'd sold tickets and he got handled properly and the decisions went his way. Yeah, I believe he'd be British champion. So he'd be too good for me in boxing, definitely. In the street, I don't know. He's got 4 wins and no losses against women in the street, which is quite an impressive record. But I don't know. It depends if he knows a bit of jiu-jitsu, because I don't understand jiu-jitsu that much. I know a bit about it. I had one guy try jiu-jitsu and he sat on me, right? And I thought, I'm done. And I had to do this thing. I got his head and boom, but punched right through the tongue. Boom, 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 even though it was on top of me. Yeah. And I pushed his head into my shot, so double the power. And then I grabbed his head and I bit his cheek and I put my thumb in his eye. Because otherwise I was finished, man. I had to do that. He went for me as well, by the way. I was minding my own business. I must have said something to him, but he probably asked for it. And then he ran off. But so yeah, I don't know if Tyan Booth knows a lot about fighting arts. He lacks power, but he's still probably about 14 stone and a half. So in the boxing ring, yeah, he'd outbox me. No problem. And as I said, he probably would be a British champion. On the street, I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's it, Yeah. So that's my roundup. So, basically, Porky YB bashed in both. Tyan Booth, I don't know if I'd win either. Max Jenkins, I'd definitely win in boxing easy, but he might have too much size. Okay. We're going to have a couple more questions. I spent a bit of time. Okay. A couple more questions, and then I'll probably end the broadcast and eat some sausages. I'm going to eat Nicky Smedley's Corey. And I don't know if I can eat those tonight after all the Corey talk, to be honest with you. Larry Jablitsky, who would have won, Leewood or Lara? It would be Nottingham. It's a good fight. Is it definitely off, by the way? Forever. Maybe Leewood with the guys behind him. He's a tough lad, but they're both a great fight. Valley, would you think a couple of energy crisis should be worried all for coming winter? Past years, yeah, I've heard weird stuff. Prices be going up everywhere. I told you, out of the blue. And then justify, it's because of this, the war. They never tell you why. There's no justification. It's nonsense. It's all fake, this stuff anyway, right? I told you I would sign up with Teespring for my merch. Yeah? And the base price has gone up by 56% overnight. Okay? So let's say you're buying a hoodie and it was £10, right? Now it's £50.60. Boom, just like that. And we're going to see a lot of that happening. Things will jump. I've seen all these horror stories about energy. I don't, especially for the small business. They're wiping out small businesses. That's what they're doing mainly, whilst persecuting normal people so they get even more scared. And yeah, it's sickening, man. At least we can see it because we're red pill, but the normies just don't have a clue. Man. Len Blavatnik's early life section. I don't need to read that section, Len. I just need to know your name, Len. Len Blavatnik. I don't need to know the early life. What do you think of Julio Cesar Chavez? Heard he got influence from the cartels, and that's what got him into his coke dish. He was a super guy. I never quite understood him because I didn't know enough about boxing when he's in his prime. The flashy guys. It's easy. It's easy to see how good guys like Leonard are, but guys like solid guys like Chavez. Only when you really know your boxing do you see the subtle things. He got influence from the cartels, surely. I mean, they're so powerful in Mexico. And then he got into the yayo, and we know what happens. But he was when he mentioned the greatest ever, why don't they should mention Chavez? How many fights did he go and beaten as well? I'm a boy, RH25 is laughing a lot. I know that. Oh, yeah. The YB. He's a swimmer, Miles. Yes, Miles Crouch Anderson, who works at Goldman Sachs, the vampire squid. All right? That's what you got to know. I'm gonna ring him up, you know that. I've had all his fans or whatever, or his fake aliases have my YB videos demonetized and say stuff like, oh, YB's great. He doesn't really work at Goldman actually at all. I was like, well, why does it say on his LinkedIn? And why did I find out? It's everywhere. He's a liar, man. He's a fraudster. He's stealing people's money. He stole the old channel. I'll Sam Stroller to do this video, especially for him, which he did. And he goes, no, I'll mention you on the not sure, but I mentioned Sam Stroller, on give Sam Stroller channel a bit. I didn't. Sam Stroller was ill. He had the virus. He had the other serious virus. Yeah, and now he's got monkeypox. So, Cheryl Cole. That was a weird thing. That old toilet incident. Absolutely, there'll be no logic behind it. Okay, I'll have one more question, and then I got to eat a jet. And I can't eat sausage tonight. I was planning to, but after all this sausage fest and Corey talk, I can't. I'm gonna make something else. I ain't gonna make either make a Goan fish stew, or I've been looking at recipes for this Cuban pasta, which is quite nice. I didn't know they had pasta in Cuba, but again, we don't know. I believe so. All right, one more question, and then we got a jet. It's 2. I want to make it to 2 hours. I haven't got my drink on, so I don't need to join the lizard. But now I want to get my food on. But I want to get to. I had some lovely super chats. Thanks to me fans. By the way, I'm almost 250 more fans, right? And I'm on 2,500. And I promise I'll get the Adam Smith video out because I've written all the facts down and done the research. Oi! I just need to put it together. Okay, but I promise that I said that I'd do that for 1,000. I didn't. I've said in lives and other stuff. I've told what went on, but I haven't put together a video. Now I've got all the evidence, and I've written all the information. So I just need to roll it out. So there's that, and also I have to thank my fans. And I've got the data that you get from YouTube is not that great. And I want to find out. You can find out who's given how many times people have commented and stuff. But that's great. I want to know who's the shekel situation. I've got to thank all the shekel peeps. Who they put food on Chivalry B's table. They put food on Tyson's bowl. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'd like to download. Otherwise, I have to go through every live I've done and find out who's getting. That'll take forever, man. And intuitively, I know, but I don't. Some people, but I know I miss some people. I can't have that. I don't want some poor person who's dropped some shekels to the chill. So I've got to look at the interface, but I don't think you can actually collect all the shekels and who's giving them. Right. All right. Here we go. Me funds. Get fish up from the chippy. Oh, I don't want to get fish up from the chippy. No, bro, I can't be able to go out, blood. I don't want to see those normies and rude boys and tattoos and oil drill. No, man, come on. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to make myself some food. You get me? Okay, this is the last question I'm going to answer. Valley, you're right. You might start stacking food, but I haven't done that stupid enough. I might have a good idea. I order a lot of deliveries now because I'm in need. And I went into my cupboards the other day and I got enough food for 3 months. I didn't even do it on purpose. Now, go to Tesco's. You can still get beans 26p for 1 can. Get a bunch of beans. Cans just don't go off. They'll tell you they do, but they don't. Trust me. I mean, how can they go off? Nothing can get in there, blood. There's a lot of real nice soups that have got loads of, curry sink. Anything with loads of meat in it. I mean the premium ones. They're a bit more costly. I get loads of beans just because beans are pretty good for you and cheap. What's the other thing? Things like noodles and pasta. Peanut butter is a good one because it's got a lot of nutrition and energy, but it's so condensed. If you've got a garden, grow some stuff. What else is there that's good to keep? Rice and anything. The things you've got. You can also get stuff that I've got loads of those microwave rice things because that's already cooked, and it's basically seal packed, and it's going to last. These are things that last a long time. Cans, but I don't know how bad it will get soon. It'll get worse, but it'll get a lot worse later. All right, guys, thank you so much. Can we expose Eddie Hearn's dad? I've seen actually Tyan Booth puts it on his show. It was also on Epstein's plane, but there seems to be some kind of image, some photo of Hearn and Epstein and I think Donald Trump. But I don't know if it's photoshopped. Okay, so some good. Jack Hoffman, thanks for the Bitcoin. Get into slow cooking, cheaper cuts of meat, base cost saving, taste and health. Absolutely. But I'm just saying all the stuff that I was talking about, stuff that you can store for long. But do your research. Do your research. Like you said, cheaper cuts of meat. If you slow cook it, I've done curries off cheap cuts, and I cook it for a bit longer, and it always tastes longer with a curry and things like that. Even pasta bolognese, exactly. You mean to cook it for 3 or 4 hours, blood. And obviously, that can use up a bit of what's it called? And more energy, but if you slow cook it, I don't think it'd take that much. I have a think about this. When I do my Patreon channel, I'll do more red pilled stuff because here there's no point. It's a boxing channel and a Corey channel mainly. So anyway, guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good time. And big up. Thanks for all the cash money now. We've got the cash app, we've got the Bitcoin, we've got the super chats. It's all sweet, man. And there's no real boxing this weekend, just whack stuff, but I think next week, what is it, October? Yeah, what's next week? Is that Ben Eubank next week? I don't know. I hope so, because I want to watch a hyped match. I don't know if it's going to be any good. Anyway, peace, guys. Peace in the Middle East, which there would be if certain people didn't get involved in that, like the United States. But there we go. Yeah, my privilege. Take care, Triple B. Thanks, man. Thanks to you as well. My boy Privilege. Cheers, Triple B. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You're the fans. You're the one who makes this channel in it. Because without the fans, no one will watch the channel. You feel me? Len Fanix. Take care, brother. You too, my man. You too, my man. And yeah, peace in the Middle East. And yeah, look out for the signs. Get red pill. And try and red pill to your friends. Some can be red pilled. Oh, Faisal, blood clot. Are you late here? My boy Faisal Iqbal. We've had some good discussions. Should be the realist G. Thank you, my brother. I'm going now, bro. I don't know if you're late or you just been lurking, but either way, man, look after yourself. Adam D, lick the stream before you go. What do you mean, man? What do you mean? Build a kill, thank you, my brother. Lick the stream. What does that mean, lick the stream? Tell me quickly. It should be likes to know a bit of slang, but lick. Does that mean hit the stream? Lick the stream. I don't know. Anyway, guys, take care, bro. Yeah, I'm going to end it now. Red pill people, keep strong. There's a community. There are communities here. There are people. You do meet people. And, FTP. Oh, like the stream. Not lick it. Thank you. Yes, Adam D. Thank you. That's kind. Everyone who's watching, please like the stream. I always forget to ask people to like, because it makes a lot of difference with the algo, and it would really help. So yeah, thanks, bro. Take care, guys. Be good. Eat well. I'm off to have some food on. Get my food on. Even though it's 10, I'm going to get my food on. Take care, fellas. Peace in the Middle East and Libya.